EA Sports. Good to be with you, Mike Tirico. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense, getting set to come out. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Mike, when you look around the league, there's just not a lot of quarterbacks that look and can play to the style of Anthony Richardson. He can make every throw on the field. He's big. He can run for power, run with speed. As he continues to iron out some of those flaws from coming out of college, he lost his rookie season to injury. Here in year two, I wouldn't be shocked by year end if he's a household name.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
He's coming off an incredibly productive game, Mike, where he was able to find the end zone 4 different times through the air and secure the win. But it wasn't perfect by any means. He played well enough to come away with the victory. But with that said, he has to clean up on the interceptions. He knows the 2 picks. A couple other close calls he got away with. Those fall into the wrong hands. That game could have went an entirely different way. Coming into here today, can he keep the production in the passing game and come away with a little bit of a cleaner stat sheet?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Into space at the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go. Set, go.
He'll drop to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So on 4th down, they'll call out the field goal unit. No issues there. This one is good. And his guys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Richardson. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now a handoff running right. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the 1st down, sets up 1st and goal.
Richardson. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down. He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. He's building a case for the MVP. He is the leader in the NFL in touchdown passes as we move into the back half of the season. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll run on second down. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. We are through 1. 10-6 is the score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Slot man in motion left. Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Quick hitting slant there. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Handoff here, up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the right side here. Pass is caught. call it a gain of 13. First down, Chicago. Up the middle they go. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. They motion the slot man left. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. He'll look to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A second down throw for Richardson. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. From the gun, Richardson. And he gets that one complete to Collins.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike. where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical.
That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jarrian Jones. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. Here's 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. 3rd and 6. Slot man in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Chicago.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the outside. That's caught by Hill.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll look to throw again. He is in. Touchdown, Chicago. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. On 2nd down, Richardson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The defense has got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. On first down, it's Richardson. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And nothing will come of this last-ditch attempt at some points. Time runs out in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an event.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short. The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown, you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And the Chargers will punt, getting set to kick it away, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man, Carter. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. There's that man again. Another catch.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fierce.
That'll be intercepted. Into space. And the Chargers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. Let's go back through their earlier possessions, and a lot of them, Greg, have ended with the defense going the other way.
And there's no greater indicator in the NFL of success in terms of wins and losses than the turnover battle. And we've seen so many statistics and charts. We can go on and on. The simplest way to say, if you protect the ball, your chance of winning goes up. If you don't protect the ball, your chance of winning goes down. So here they have 3 interceptions, losing fumbles. It's really been a meltdown by multiple guys all across this offense.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
A gain of 4 yards. 1st down, Chargers.
From the gun, Richards. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Richardson to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Throwing, Richardson. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? They'll try to get this one on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. You're not going to find any. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Now Richardson. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Now a give on the ground, and he'll get about 5. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Makes the score our home team 31. Visitors
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a run going left. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So, 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This a 57-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
Personal foul.
And his guys will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off
Automatic
the board,
first down.
keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. He'll drop to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Flowers now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are moving in on a double-digit win season, a 10th victory on the year, to start this drive with first down. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Tight end going in motion here. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them
Delay of game.
5.
Offense. Still first down.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Let's go now.
Now a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll look to throw. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Chargers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. Quickly to the outside and complete. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.